All right, this is the start of part 3, Alabama, or page 115 in our book Inside Out and Back Again. Unpack and repack. We're giddy when we get off the airplane. Our cowboy, who never takes off his tall hat, delivers us to a huge house where grass spreads out so green it looks painted. Stay until you feel ready. We smile and unpack the 2 outfits we each own. One look at our cowboy's wife, arms, lips, eyes contorted into knots, and we repack. English above all. We sit and sleep in the lowest level of our cowboy's house, where we never see the wife. I must stand on a chair that stands on a tea table to see the sun and the moon out a too-high window. The wife insists we keep out of our neighbor's eyes. Mother shrugs. More room here than 2 mats on a ship. I wish she wouldn't try to make something bad better. She calls a family meeting. Until you children master English, you must think, do, wish for nothing else. Not your father, not our old home, not your old friends, not our future. She tries to mean it about father. But I know at times words are just words. August 16th. First rule. Brother Kwong says, add an S to nouns to mean more than one, even if there's already an S sitting there. Glass. Glasses. All day, I practice squeezing hisses through my teeth. Whoever invented English must have loved snakes. American chicken. Most food our cowboy brings is wrapped in plastic or pushed into cans, while chicken and beef are chopped and frozen. We live on rice, soy sauce, canned corn. Today, our cowboy brings a paper bucket of chicken, skin crispy and golden, smelling of perfection. Brother Coy recoils, vowing to never eat anything with wings. Our cowboy boy bites on a leg, grins to show teeth and gums. I wonder if he's so friendly because his wife is so mean. We bite. The skin tastes as promised, crunchy and salty, hot and spicy. But Mother wipes the corners of her mouth before passing her piece into her napkin. Brother Vu gags. Our cowboy scrunches his brows, surely thinking, why are these refugees so picky? Brother Quang forces a swallow before explaining we are used to fresh killed chicken that roamed the yard, snacking on grains and worms. Such meat grows tight in texture, smelling of meadows and tasting sweet. I bite down on a thigh. Might as well bite down on bread soaked in water. Still, I force yum yum sounds. I hope to ride the horse our cowboy surely has. August 20th. Out the too-high window. Green mats of grass in front of every house. Vast windows in front of sealed curtains. Cemented lanes where no one walks. Big cars pass not often. Not a noise. Clean, quiet, loneliness. April 21st. Second rule. Add an S to verbs, acted by one person, in the present tense, even if there's already an S sound nearby. She chooses, she chooses, he refuses. I'm getting better at hissing, no longer spitting on my forearms. August 22nd. American address. Our cowboy, in an even taller hat, finds us a home on Princess Anne Road. Pays rent ahead 3 months. Mother could not believe his generosity until Brother Kwong says the American government gives sponsors money. Mother is even more amazed by the generosity of the American government until Brother Kwong says it's to ease the guilt of losing the war. Mother's face crinkles like paper on fire. She tells Brother Kwong to clamp shut his mouth. People living on others' goodwill could not afford political opinions. I inspect our house. 2 bedrooms, one for my brothers and one for Mother and me. A washing machine, because no one here will scrub laundry in exchange for a bowl of rice. The stove spews out clean blue flames, unlike the ashy coals back home. What I love the best? The lotus pod shower, where heavy drops will massage my scalp as if I were standing in a monsoon. What I don't love: pink sofas, green chairs, plastic cover on a table, stained mattresses, old clothes, unmatched dishes, all from friends of our cowboy. Even at our poorest, we always had beautiful furniture and matching dishes. Mother says, be grateful. Well, I'm trying. Letter home. As soon as we have an address, Mother writes all the way to the north where Father's brother anchors down the family line in their ancestral home. It's the first time Mother has been allowed to contact anyone in the north since the country divided. It'll be the first time Father's brother learns of his disappearance, unless Father has sent word that he's safe after all. I shiver with hope. Third rule, always an exception. Do not add an S to certain nouns. 1 deer, 2 deer. Why not S for 2 deer, but an S for 2 monkeys? Brother Kwong says no one knows. So much for rules. Whoever invented English should have been bitten by a snake. Passing time. I study the dictionary because grass and trees do not grow faster just because I stare. I look up. Jane, not listed. Seize, to eyeball something. Spot, a stain. Run, to move really fast. Meaning, blank, eyeballs, stain, move. I throw the dictionary down and ask Brother Kwong, Jane is a name, not in the dictionary. Spot is a common name for a dog. Girl named Jane Sees. Dog named Spot Run. I can't read a baby book. Who will believe I was reading Nat Lean? But then, who here knows who he is? August 27th. Nay, not he. Brother Kwong is tired of translating. Our sponsor takes me to register for school alone. As my personal cowboy for the day, He will surely let me ride his horse. I start to climb into his too tall truck, but his 2 fingers walk in the air. This means I'm to walk to school. Turn right, where flowers big as dinner plates grow strangely blue. Turn left, where purple fluffy wands arch on tall bushes, inviting butterflies. Sweat beads plump up on my cowboy's upper lip. My armpits embarrass me. I must remember to not raise the reins high. We walk and walk on a road where the horizon keeps extending. Finally, we stop at a fat red brick building. Paperwork, paperwork, with a woman who pats my head while shaking her own. I step back, hating pity, having learned from my mother that the pity giver feels better, never the pity receiver. On the walk home, I take a deep breath, forcing myself to say, "You horsey." He. I go. My personal cowboy shakes his head. I repeat myself and gallop. He scrunches his face. I say, "Horsey," and he, until my throat hurts. We get home. Brother Kwong has to translate after all. No, Mr. Johnston doesn't have a horse, nor has he ever ridden one. What kind of cowboy is he? To make it worse, the cowboy explains horses go neigh, not he. No, they don't. Where am I? August 29th. Fourth rule. Some verbs switch all over just because. I am, she is, they are, he was, they were. Would be simpler if English and life were logical. August 30th. The outside. Inside, out, and back again? Now we're on the outside. Starting tomorrow, everyone must leave the house. Mother starts sewing at a factory. Brother Kwong begins repairing cars. The rest of us must go to school, repeating the last grade left unfinished. Brother Vu wants to be a cook or teach martial arts, not waste a year at the oldest senior. Mother says, one word, college. Brother Koi gets an old bicycle to ride, but mother says I'm too young for one, even though I'm a 10-year-old in the 4th grade, but when everyone else is 9. Mother says, worry instead about getting sleep, because from now on, no more naps. You will eat lunch at school with friends. What friends? You'll make some. What if I can't? You will. What will I eat? What your friends eat. But what will I eat? Be surprised. I hate surprises. Be agreeable. Not without knowing what I am agreeing to. Mother sighs. Walking away. September 1st. Sadder laugh. School. I wake up with dragonflies zipping through my gut. I eat nothing. I take each step towards school evenly, trying to hold my stomach steady. It helps that the morning air glides cool, like a constant washcloth against my face. Deep breaths. I'm the first student in class. My new teacher has brown curls looped tight to her scalp, like circles in a beehive. She points to her chest. Miss Scott, saying it 3 times, each louder, with even more spit. I repeat, Miss Scott, carefully to hiss every S. She doesn't seem impressed. I tap my own chest. Ha! She must have heard ha, as in funny, ha ha ha. She fakes a laugh. I repeat, ha, and wish I knew enough English to tell her to listen for the diacritical mark. This one directing the tone downward. My new teacher tilts her head back, fakes an even sadder laugh. September 2nd, morning. Rainbow. I face the class. Miss Scott speaks. Each classmate says something. I don't understand, but I see. Fire hair on skin dotted with spots. Fuzzy dark hair on skin shiny as lacquer. Hair the color of root on milky skin. Lots of braids on milk chocolate. White hair on a pink boy. Honey hair with orange ribbons on see-through skin. Hair with barrettes in all colors on bronze bread. I'm the only straight black hair on olive skin. September 2nd, mid-morning. Black and white and yellow and red. The bell rings. Everyone stands. I stand. They line up. So do I. Down a hall, turn left, take a tray, receive food, sit. On one side of the bright, noisy room, light skin, other side, dark skin. Both laughing, chewing, as if I never occurred to them. Someone, medium, would show up. I don't know where to sit, any more than I know how to eat the pink sausage snuggled inside bread shaped like a corn cob, smeared with sauces, yellow and red. I think they are making fun of the Vietnamese flag. Until I remember, no one here likely knows that flag's colors. I put down the tray and wait in the hallway. September 2nd, 11:30 a.m. Loud outside. Another bell, another line, this time outside. Every part of the rainbow surrounds me, shouting, pushing. A pink boy with white hair on his head and white eyebrows and white eyelashes pulls my arm hair. Laughter. It's true. My arm hair grows so long and black. Maybe he is curious about my long black arm hair, like I was curious about the golden fuzz on the arm of the rescue ship sailor. He pokes my cheek. Howls from everyone. He pokes my chest. I see nothing but squeezed eyes, twisted mouths. No, they're not curious. I want to pluck out every white hair to see if the boy's scalp matches the pink on his face. I wish this, but walk away. September 2nd, afternoon. Laughing back. The pink boy with 2 loud friends follow me home. I count each step to walk faster. I don't let them see me run. I count in English, forcing it to the front of my mind. I can't help but glance back. The pink boy shouts, showing a black hole where the sharp teeth glow. I walk faster, count faster in English. Not that I care to understand what Pink Boy says, but I have to if I'm to laugh back at him one day. September 2nd, after school. Quiet inside. Brother Coy is home, not talking. We sit together, shelling peanuts. I keep my day inside. Mother comes home with 2 fingers wrapped in white. The electric machine sews so fast. Brother Kwan comes home, throws down his uniform shirt, goes to the bathroom. At dinner, his fingernails are still rimmed in black oil. Brother Voos comes in whistling. He eats 2, 3, 4 pork chops. I eat 1, 2 chops. I have a feeling having muscles makes whistling possible. September 2nd, evening. Fly kick. I sneak into my brother's room. The full moon shines on the bulkiest lump. I shake it awake. Outside. Brother Vu swats my hand but follows me. Moonlight turns us silver. They pulled my arm hair. They threw rocks at me. They promised to stomp on my chest. Brother Vu yawns. A boy did pull my arm hair. Brother Vu pats my head. Ignore him. It's not like I follow him around. Why were you whistling? Someone called me Ching Chong. Is that good? Didn't sound good. Then he tripped me, so I flew up and almost scissor kicked him in the face. You missed? I wanted him to stop, not hurt him. I didn't even like seeing him scared. I would have kicked him. Teach me to fly kick, please. Not with your temper. I shout. I'm so mad. I shouldn't have to run away. Tears come. Brother Vu has always been afraid of my tears. I'll teach you defense. How would that help me? He smiles huge, so certain of himself. You'll see. September 2nd, late. Chin nod. Next morning, halfway down the block, away from Mother's eyes, I hear the clink clink of Brother Coy's bicycle. He stops and pats the upper bar of the triangle frame. I sit side saddle, holding on to the handlebar. The edges of our hands touch. As we glide away, I ask, every day? I feel his chin nod into the top of my head. After school, too? Another chin nod. We glide, and I feel as if I'm floating. September 3rd. Feel dumb. Miss Scott points to me, then to the letters of the English alphabet. I say A, B, C, and so on, and she tells the class to clap. I frown. Miss Scott points to the numbers along the wall. I count up to 20. The class claps on its own. I'm furious. Unable to explain, I already learned fractions and how to purify river water. So this is what dumb feels like. I hate, hate, hate it. September 10th. Once again, I want you to put yourself in her shoes right now. Imagine not knowing a lot of English, being put into a school with all new faces, and not being accepted. Really, she doesn't feel comfortable. Wishes. I wish Brother Coy wouldn't keep inside how he endures the hours in school. That mother wouldn't hide her bleeding fingers. that Brother Kwong wouldn't be so angry after work. I wish. Our cowboy could be persuaded to buy a horse. That I could be invisible until I can talk back. That English could be learned without so many rules. Father would appear in my class, speaking beautiful English as he does French and Chinese, and hold out his hand for mine. Mostly, I wish I were still smart. September 11th. Hiding. Brother Vu now makes everyone call him Vu Li. A name I must say without giggling to get defense lessons. I need the lessons. I'm hiding in class by staring at my shoes. I'm hiding during lunch in the bathroom, eating hard rolls saved from dinner. I'm hiding during outside time in the same bathroom. I'm hiding after school until Brother Koi rides up to our secret corner. With Vu Li, I squat in dung tong, weight on legs, back straight, arms at my sides, fingers relaxed, eyes everywhere at once. I'm practicing to be seen. September 13th. Neighbors. Eggs explode like smears of snot on our front door. Just dumb kids, says our cowboy. Bathroom paper hangs like ghosts from our willow. More dumb kids, says our cowboy. A brick shatters the front window, landing on our dinner table, along with a note. Brother Kwong refuses to translate. Mother shakes her head. When Vu Li pops his muscles, our cowboy calls the police, who tells us to stay inside. Hogwash, our cowboy says, then spits a brown blob of tobacco. I repeat, hogwash, puckering for the ending of shh. Mother decides we must meet our neighbors. Our cowboy leads, giving us each a cowboy hat to be tilted while saying, good morning. Only I wear the hat. In the house. To our right, a bald man closes his door. Next to him, a woman with yellow hair slams hers. Next to her, shouts reach us behind a door unopened. Redness crawls across my brothers' faces. Mother pats our backs. Our cowboy leads us to the house on our left. An older woman throws up her arms and hugs us. We're so startled. We stand like trees. She points to her chest. Mrs. Washington. She hugs our cowboy and kisses him. I thought only husbands with wives do that when alone. We find out Mrs. Washington is a widow and retired teacher. She has no children, but has a dog named Lassie and a garden that takes up her backyard. She volunteers to tutor us all. My time with her will be right after school. I'm afraid to tell her how much help I'll need. September 14th. New word a day. Mrs. Washington has her own rules. She makes me memorize one new word a day and practice it 10 times in conversation. For every new word that sticks to my brain, she gives me fruit in bite sizes, drowning in sweet white fluff, cookies with drops of chocolate, small as rain, flat, round, pan-fried cakes floating in syrup, My vocabulary grows. She makes me learn rules I've never noticed, like a, an, and the, which act as little megaphones to tell the world whose English is still secondhand. The house is red, but we live in a house. A, an, and the do not exist in Vietnamese, and we understand each other just fine. I pout. But Mrs. Washington says every language has annoyances and illogical rules, as well as sensible beauty. She has an answer for everything, just like Mother. September 16th. Okay, 2 more pages. More is not better. I now understand. When they make fun of my name, yelling, ha ha ha, down the hall. When they ask if I eat dog meat, barking and chewing and falling down laughing. When they wonder if I lived in the jungle with tigers, growling and stalking on all fours. I understand, because Brother Coy nodded into my head on the bike ride home when I asked if kids said the same things at his school. I understand and wish I could go back to not understanding. Ha le lu da. Our cowboy says our neighbors would be more like neighbors if we agreed to something. At the Del Rey Southern Baptist Church, I've seen the church name on a sign where blaring yellow sun rays spell God. Our cowboy and his wife wait for us in the very first row. He's smiling. She's not. A plump man runs onto the stage shouting. Everybody except us greets him. Hallelujah. And the more he shouts, the more everyone sings. Hallelujah. Later a woman, smelling of honeysuckle, signals for all of us to follow. Mother and I are told to change into shapeless white gowns. We line up in a hallway, too bright and too bare, where my brothers await us, frowning, all wearing the same shapeless white gowns. I giggle. Mother pinches me, then steps forward first. The plump man waits for her in a tiny pool. One hand holds her nose, another hand on her back, pushing her under. I start to jump into the pool, but mother is standing again, coughing. Hair matted to her face, eyes narrowing at me. Each of my brothers gets dipped. My turn comes, no matter how I laser eye Mother to stop it. And yet, it's not over. We must get dressed and line up on stage next to the plump man, our cowboy, and his smiling wife. Her lips curl up even more as people line up to kiss our cheeks. Drops from wet hair drip down my back. Bumps enlarge on my chilled skin as I realize we will be coming back every Sunday. September 21st. All right, I'm going to stop here. Thank you for listening, and we will begin on page 173 in my next recording. Thanks for listening.